I'm Jordyn. Thanks for
Hi,
coming
I'm
in
Mrs.
today.
Jones.
All right. So why don't you go ahead and tell me a little bit what brought you in today?
I was referred to CPS for help with my family. Been having some issues with my children, 5 of them. And I had an issue with my ex-boyfriend who had sex with my daughter, and now she's pregnant. She has since dropped out of school. She's set to deliver in about 2 months. I have some issues with my 16-year-old son who is showing signs of being in a gang, so I'm really concerned about that. Currently, I'm at home and unable to work because I have complications with diabetes, and I'm having just overall problems with the interaction with the boyfriend and my daughter, and that's causing some complications. And I'm also having some problems getting my other children to attend school.
Okay. Well, I'm really sorry to hear that you're having such a hard time with all that, but hopefully by the end of this we'll have it all figured out. So let's go ahead and talk about your situation right now. So you're kind of going through this divorce or this breakup. How are you feeling about all of that? Or has it been pretty tumultuous? Are you feeling a little stressed out?
It's definitely complicated some things and kind of added some unnecessary chaos. Definitely don't want him around the kids and don't want him to repeat anything, and just obviously it creates an unsafe environment. So definitely would like him out of the picture. I feel like it'd be hard to get things under control if he stays an active member.
Definitely, that's completely understandable. So there are some things we can do legally. We can go ahead. Your daughter Nita, you said, was 14, right?
Yes.
So she's clearly really underage. We can go through and we can do some legal work to see what we can do so that he can stay away from your family, protect your daughter, and protect the baby, most importantly.
Okay.
So we can go ahead and take those steps if that's something you would be comfortable with.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go ahead and talk about your kids in school, because that seemed to be a pretty big concern of yours as well. So do you know why they're missing so much school? Are you having a hard time getting them there, maybe?
I mean, I'm at home, so I'm able to make sure they leave, but when they leave the house, they don't end up getting there.
Okay. So maybe we could work on trying to get a resource together, whether it's getting them on the school bus or through a carpool system, and maybe check in at the school. We can work on those kind of resources to try and make sure the kids are actually getting to school,
Okay.
and that they're staying there, they're getting all the education, the food, the resources they need at school, because that's their most important job when they're kids, right? It's just to be a kid.
Yeah.
So you said your oldest son, you're worried about gang membership, right?
Yes, he's comes home late all the time, and I mean, he's only 16, so he shouldn't be staying out that late anyway. And then he's starting to wear gang colors, so I'm kind of concerned that he's already a member, and that's the last thing that I want.
Okay. Do you guys have a pretty open line of communication, or is he kind of giving you the teenager cold shoulder?
Used to have an open relationship, but now ever since he started changing, he doesn't want to talk or do anything and won't answer questions, and pretty much just comes home late, goes to bed, and wakes up late, doesn't want to go to school, things like that.
Yeah. Well, maybe do you think going through some counseling would be helpful with that, or do you think there's something else that we could do to help him? I'm sure you want to improve the relationship with him, right?
Definitely. I mean, as long as he'll go, I'd be open to it, but trying to get him to go might be difficult.
Yeah, no, we can definitely sit down and talk with him and see what's going to work best for him, and we can try and meet him where he's at. But I think opening that relationship will definitely help him communicate why he's maybe turning to a gang, and then we can also put a bug in his ear to maybe get more involved with after school programs, see if he can start hanging out with maybe some other friends, and we just have to have that relationship open first. So I'll go ahead and look into those kind of counseling resources that we can get you and see what we can do to see if we can help him. So let's talk about Nita. That was another big concern you had. She's going to deliver in 2 months, right?
Correct.
All right. So that's probably pretty exciting now that you're going to be a grandma.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Well, we'll try and find the best in it, but has she had any prenatal care?
No.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put you down to look at some resources to get her involved with prenatal care. Are you guys communicating right now, or not yet?
A little bit. It's starting to get better, not because of being home and after she dropped out of school, and so we're both home all day. But obviously, there's some hostility, given the situation. But
Definitely. Well, and I think this is another place where we could use some of that one-on-one counseling with you guys and try and work through this issue, because I can imagine the kind of hurt that you're going through, and this has been a really, really crazy situation. But you've been doing really well, and you've dealt with a lot, and it's good that you're still there for her to be that support. So I have down that she doesn't live in the home. She lives with an older sister. Would you like to have her back in the home?
I mean, ideally, kind of to be able to help take care of her and things like that. So I think to reestablish the connection and maybe bring her back so that way she can have everything, have some help. Definitely.
I think that would be the best option for her and the baby once she's delivered. So now that we've gone through a lot of this stuff, what out of all the resources we've talked about, what are going to be the biggest ones that you're ready to use now?
I think making sure Nita has everything that she needs to get taken care of, and then definitely addressing the 16-year-old with the gang issues and trying to make sure, because if he's skipping school and turns to that, then there's no way he's going to get a good education and get a job, and I think it would be nice to prevent that and kind of take care of them first.
Definitely. So we'll make sure your kids are more than taken care of. We'll get them in counseling, start getting those resources for the prenatal care and the after-school programs for your son. One of the last things that I wanted to talk with you about is your health care. What's your health care situation in taking care of your diabetes?
Pretty much don't have any assistance.
Okay, so what we're going to do, I think it would probably be good if we tried to find some sort of health care or some sort of plan that we can get you on to get you those resources to help you manage that a little bit better and help you with your stress and take care of yourself a little bit.
Okay.
All right, so we'll go ahead and get that started, and next time we meet, I will have an update for you, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you.